Hey everyone, welcome back. One of the things that's been gnawing at me is there's a crack right here that's starting to form on the dashboard. And I just don't want that to get any worse. You've got one Phillips head screw here on the driver's side and another one on the passenger side. And then you're going to have several screws underneath along the front panel, 2 screws in the back of each of the defrost vents. Now for these, when taking them out, get in there with a pair of tweezers so that you do not lose these screws. Now underneath here, you're going to have 8 more screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One here is going to stay, that's for the instrument cluster. 6. Another 2 are going to stay for the instrument cluster, 7, and then 8. You can carefully lift the dashboard up and then slide it forward over the top of the speakers and then work it out. I'm just experimenting with how best to clamp and hold this closed to let the glue set and cure. But basically what I need to do is get this in and compress it just a little bit to hold that crack together and not leave as visible a crack, but hopefully give it some structural integrity. So this is what I came up with. I've got 2 clamps. The first one is just being braced up against a wood block mounted in this corner. That's pulling in the side piece to kind of fold this under. And then I have a second clamp running from the back to the front just to gently bend this in. And the combined effect of that is to get most of that crack together. You see I have a little bit of play down here, but I think if I can hold that until the glue sets and then leave it like this to cure overnight. And then hopefully, if I work quickly to get that glued, that'll hold, and we'll see how that comes out. Now you can see here from underneath, this crack runs down and goes underneath. So I'm also going to have to work some glue in down here to hold this together, but to get that glue in, I am going to have to separate it just a little bit like that. So for that part of the crack that goes down underneath, which won't be visible, I'm going to use a J-B Weld Plastic Bonder, and I'm going to put some of that epoxy in here for something a little bit more flexible and strong to hopefully hold this and the foam behind it together. We'll flip this over and work on the top. So I ran a small bead of that, mixed it here. I ran it inside the crack and then wiped it with a gloved hand to work the weld inside that crack. Again, I just want to stop that from propagating. But I had tried it earlier up here where it had already separated, and it filled the gap and has held and stopped it from spreading. All right, here we are a couple days later. I just kind of left it here in the garage. Let's take a closer look and see how that looks. I actually think that looks really good. All right, let's get these clamps off. Got a little indent here. I'm just gonna have to let that work itself out, but that looks pretty good. And here's another one here over one of the defrost vents. I put a little bit in there. It dries to a tan color, so it kind of blends in. I mean, obviously you still see the crack, but again, if I want to keep it from spreading, I think that's going to be key. I had another little one over there. It healed up much better. So I'm going to let this cure for another night, just see how it is in the morning, and hopefully that will at least hold the crack, so we'll check back in. Okay, here it is laying back down. So I just pull on that a little bit. That crack is holding. Good. All right, so you can still see a little bit of that line there, but honestly, I'm going to take that because at least I know it's not going to propagate and spread. I can always worry later about if I want to fill something in here, or maybe I could just take a little bit of a very fine sandpaper and just get off some of that excess epoxy. But I think I'm going to call it that this plastic bonder is the play, at least for making some structural repairs to the dashboards. I'm going to put the passenger side in and down first. Slide that in until it goes over the top. And then do the same thing on the driver's side. You'll feel it sit right on top of that notch. And push that in place. Now, you're going to have 2 screws here on the left for the defrost panel and 2 screws on the right for that defrost panel. We'll put those in now. Grab them with a pair of tweezers to line them up over the hole so you don't accidentally drop them. You're also going to have 1 Phillips head screw for the side on the passenger side. 1 Phillips head screw for the driver's side. Just make sure that hits that clip underneath. Okay, inside the car, underneath the dash, you're going to have Phillips screws. 1 here, 1 here, 3rd one here. You'll have 4 and 5 here in the middle above the clock. And you'll have your 6th screw up over here. So with all these screws in, we'll go back and we'll tighten them down. For this screw, just be careful to also make sure that you catch the tab that comes through. There's a metal tab behind here that holds the clock in place so it doesn't move or rattle. I had a little bit of vibration on the cover for this front left speaker, so I just put 4 little felt pads here on the corners, and I'm hoping that that helps compensate with this foam padding here to give me some vibration isolation. There we go. There's the dash reinstalled. I hope that was helpful. Thanks very much for watching.